Hello, Sadra. Good morning. Oh, wow, that was loud. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Okay, that should be fine, I think. Does it work? Yeah. Okay, everything is working. Pretty good, can't complain. That's great to hear. I'm currently just looking at why my VTubers looking so far to the right. There we go. That should be better. Okay, so today I'm gonna do my usual type of thing. We're just gonna go chill. But I do wanna point out it's the day that we make a tier list. So today we're gonna be making another tier list. So first I'm gonna open everything and we're gonna wait for some people. But today's topic for the tier list, it was supposed to be yesterday, but I wasn't streaming yesterday because I found out the day before yesterday at like 10 p.m. that my graduation is yesterday, so I had to go to my graduation. Yeah. Um but yeah, so today we're gonna be making a tier list for the top 10 best Albion weapons. I'm gonna do that when a few more people come around. I'm gonna open this chest first. I got 2 million out of it, which is not ideal, but whatever. Better than nothing. I should really start using the stones. I just kinda always put them in my chest and never use them. TBH, I don't have that many, so I guess it's fine. Okay, wait, those are all max spec. Let's use something else. I need a boot. What boot do we have? I don't think I have any boots here. I usually just use the soldier ones. Whatever. I'll just do this. Is my spec? Not spec, my focus 20k. We'll use up the focus some other day, probably not today, because there's not really much for me to refine. Looking at the bonus for us to have some leather shoes. That was only 500 credits. I almost feel scammed. I don't, but I almost do. I think I'm gonna max out my healing stuffs because I don't like not having any max. And like the cloth armors and the leather helmets because they're really like they're kind of close. I don't know. We'll see. As if I start doing Abbas. Also, plate helmets I could do. I need to get plate shoes 100%. But I'm missing a lot with this one. Okay, anyways, let's go to the hideout. I do want to see if the tier list that we did last time saved. It did. Okay, that's awesome. Um. La, 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 la. You decided no syrup on the dessert you were making, or on what? Also, where did I put the set from yesterday? I don't think I died. I died once, but I'm pretty sure I brought it back. Is it in here? Maybe I brought it back to Porto. I don't remember doing that though. Whatever. I guess I'll just gear up again. With the parfaits? Yeah, yeah. Did you like them? Did they turn out well? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where the rest of my stuff is. And then I need a... Yeah, there we go. Still had some yogurt cups. Ooh, made them... I cleaned some... Ah, okay, I get it. So you decided on changing how you were gonna do it, but you haven't actually done it yet. I get it, I get it. Oh. Oh, when is this chest popping? The rare. 25 minutes. Remind me in 25 minutes there's a chest. I want it. It's purple. $73 and it's not up. I'm sad. I went out for dinner yesterday with my family after the graduation thingy. And I had some, what are they called in English? Oh, spinach ravioli with like a creamy sauce. Yeah. Basically, yeah, you just asked that. Yeah, we went out and we got some food. Nothing too extra, just like a dinner. Miss Spartanos? Is that Mr. Spartanos? Thank you for your follow. Hello. 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 Oh, 7-1. Yeah, it was tortellini, I guess. Like some fancy tortellini. I'm like, I'm okay with spinach. It's not like my favorite, but I don't dislike it either. Crucify. How about this? It pops in 7 hours. That's way too long. Why do I feel like most 8.4s always pop during the night? I've never seen an 8.4 pop during the day. Like morning time. There's so many 7.3s in the zone, but they're all already gathered. I cry. Oh. What is this? Wait 1 second. Probably because the wait. ¿Cómo estás, Spartanos? The change from mad spawns to be good when more people. Maybe. Maybe. But the thing is, people aren't really on at night. Because this is the European server, you know? So I would 8.4 pop, like, at midnight. If there's more people on, like, 6, for example. That's the one thing I'm like, huh. Interesting. Wait 1 second. I'm just gonna post I'm just gonna post this YouTube video while I'm at it. I just realized I don't have one scheduled for today. I'm actually releasing my YouTube video editor. The one that was doing stuff for me recently. Yeah, my video editor that I had decided that he's gonna be getting a full-time job. So because of that, he's not gonna be doing video editing anymore. And it's really sad because like we've been working for a bit now together. So it's like we got it down already, and now I need to find somebody new. It's sad. Okay, 2 seconds. I just need to do the hashtags and then this is posted. Oh my god. What day is it today? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday. There you go. Got it. Probably because it... wait, I already read that. Okay, let's go. That's done. I'll deal with that later. The price of it. This guy doesn't even have an offhand. No, don't run, baby girl. I have to feed the children. Here I am. Big sad. Oh, that's a ganker. That's a bad sign. That's a very bad sign, actually. Where has Dion been? I'm actually not sure. I haven't seen him in a little bit. Somebody just died there. I don't know where to go. The ganker went northeast. Those guys died southwest. Maybe I just go down here. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We're supposed to have the community event tomorrow. Maybe he'll come. Yeah, it's every second Friday. And we didn't do it last week because I had something, so well, not last week. We didn't do it the last community event. We skipped that one. And then last week is the bi-weekly where we take the day off, so today is one, well, tomorrow is when we did. But I'm not sure about the time yet. I might do it a little bit later. Depends if I'm streaming on TikTok or not. I've been having a lot of fun streaming on TikTok, I'll be honest. Oh, I don't really want to mess with those guys, but I really want this 6-3. I hope they don't turn on me. Okay, that didn't. Okay, sorry. I was just responding to DM. Like I said, I'm still looking for a video editor. So people message me about that and I respond as fast as I can because I don't want to leave people waiting. Oh, nope. Nope. Get away from me. Get away from me, Blake man. Let's go. Yeah, what you do. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to pause. Sometimes this game is like, take my money, get rich. Legit. Honestly, you know what I'm thinking, Cedric? I'm thinking this game has a very good sense of giving you money when you lost it and taking money when you earned it. You know what I mean? It always feels like that. I love how two guys just died right next to me when I was dismounted and I saw them on screen, but they didn't go for me, they went for the other guy. Remind me of the outpost, please. The outpost is still ours and it opens in 6 minutes. Womanizer, you're a womanizer, you're a womanizer, you're a womanizer, baby. Womanizer, 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 baby. It's just what you know. A theory griffin and I can't kill it because I'm on. Yeah, don't even mention that. That happened to me so often. I would bring like a gathering or like a PvE shitter set, and then I'll find like a theory griffin. Fate has a cruel way of messing with us. So I think after this outpost, if we can get it, we'll do the tier list. Baby. I'm just gonna wait here, I think. 4 minutes and a half. No, 5 minutes. But I've been in more tier 7, tier 8 zones in the last 2 days and missed making bank. I don't really care about the griffin. I mean, I get it, yeah. No! I don't like this. Da, da, da. 3 minutes, come on. Please, Albion, let me have this. How come it opens 6 minutes past? I don't think they can take the outpost, but it opens past the timer for some reason. I always thought it opens on timer. Sweet nothing, sweet nothing. You're giving me sexy nothing. Every whisper, every word. Da, 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 da. 45 seconds. Come on, guys, do we have this? Do we have this? Yes, no, maybe. Two seconds, one, and it's mine! It's mine! Purple! Let's see, how much? 8 million! Oh my god. Come to mommy. 8 million. We'll come for the next 1.5 later. We're just gonna transport this real quick. Just our back. There's still another million left in there. I'm gonna get that after. There's like literally nobody else online on the guild, so it's just mine. I got tier 8 bear paws and a tier 8 blood lair. Fuck yeah. Six point something million already secured. Let's check the rest. There's like 1 point something in there. Is a your intervention? A medium chest also popped there, but that's too far. Okay, another 1 point something million. I actually can't even carry all of it. Yeah, I can't carry all of this. Oh my god, how much more? There you go. I'll have to go get the rest one more time. Okay, one more back and forth. Okay, right here. Grab it all. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna... grab the rest, and then we're basically done here. I'm gonna mute for a sec. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm just talking to somebody. I will be here in a second. Hello, Panda. I hope you're doing well. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Money. That robe of purity. Owie. Thank you for the follow, Iron. How are you doing? Hello. Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry. I was talking to a video editor right now. Okay, guys, we need to do our tier list. Thank you, Cedric. Okay, 1 second. We'll do the tier list now, I think. Oh, I need to stretch for a sec. I've been sending, not sending. I've been sitting so long. My back hurts. Ah, that feels better. I stretched a little bit. My legs were like, I don't even know what the word is. They just ached from sitting down. In the time of our life. Wow, I opened TikTok. I'm so stupid. What time is it right now? It's 1 o'clock. 1:30, 39. Okay. So guys, I think it's time for our daily tier list. Weekly tier list, sorry. I said daily tier list? Lol. We'll go on Terry and we'll do this tier list together, guys. Okay. So, here's the list. Let me just screen share this so you guys can see it and then we'll start. Do we have it? Okay, so basically, I told you guys I'm gonna do this tier list today. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna be making a top 10 Albion weapons, PvE slash PvP, in my own opinion. Disclaimer, this is just my non professional opinion, so if you disagree, that's completely okay. If you agree, that's awesome. Anything you wanna say, your own opinion, feel free to let me know down in the comments, in the chat. And I think we should just get started. I get this question a lot of the time where people are basically wanting to know what would be the best weapon for them to start off with because they're either new to Albion or they just haven't picked one yet. So I thought it might be interesting or fun to do a tier list of what I think are the best Albion weapons that are the most versatile that you can basically use in either PvP or PvE. So let's make this tier list together and see what ends up being on there. I'm gonna actually start off strong with the first actual weapon I can think of. I think most of us can agree that one of the strongest weapons right now to do either PvP or PvE is fire. I'm mostly talking about the normal fire staff. I don't know what to call it other than a fire staff because that's literally what it is in the board. Um, but this weapon gives you both the ability to go and fight mobs and the ability to go and fight players, whether it's in like corrupted dungeons, open world, or just normal PvE dungeons and so on. It is also good because you can swap to either a wildfire, which is also something that's still used in PvP, not as commonly as the normal fire staff, or a blazing for a one-shot blazing in open world, or even a brimstone in ZVZ. I know they're not used as much as they used to be in the past, but it's still there. Same with the Dawn Song. You can use a Dawn Song in either small scale, ZVZ, anything like that. And now, additionally, we have the Flame Walker staff, which just came out, and from what I've heard, it can be pretty broken. I've seen people use it in corrupted dungeons very efficiently, so, there's just there's a lot that you can spec into after you have the fire staff. Um, I think the second weapon that I would recommend to new players or just people that are trying to switch what they're currently doing is just nature staffs. Nature staffs have so much versatility because they can either help you clear mobs in dungeons or help support your team with whatever combat they're doing right now. So basically, here I would like to point out probably either the druidic staff or the normal like great nature or nature staff. It kind of depends on your preference. When I was doing fame farming, I think I did it with the druid staff. It basically gives you a spiritual seed which heals you for a certain period of time. Another good one that people used to use was the blight staff. But they're basically very similar with what they do. The great nature used to be my favorite when they had different abilities. They ended up changing them recently. And then the nature staff is a little bit meh if you're doing solo content due to what the E does. But I still see people like using it as a starter weapon, or they used to see it as a starter weapon, and then they would switch to something else. So, for example, if you're doing duo content with your buddy. So, I think the best one out of this would either be to play a blight staff and just heal yourself, honestly. or use the Druidic Staff. So I think I'll put Druidic Staff right here as one of the... Did I spell that right? Druidic. Yeah, I did. I think this one is a really good one to use as a starter weapon. And then we'll also put an honorable mention for the Blight Staff because it's both, like, it's so versatile. You can use it as an arena healer, you can use it as a small scale party healer, you can use it to heal yourself, you can use it in open world / roads. Like, it really just, honestly, it just depends what you want to do. But I think if you're gonna go for healing and you want versatility where you can also fight per se, or at least kill some mobs, it's probably better than the healing set with the priest branch. Next one that I obviously need to point out, because I think we can all agree that this is just a fan favorite when it comes to starter weapons, is the Curse Staff. I think the Curse Staff is something that isn't too hard to grasp if you're a new player. It's also very strong, so you need to basically just activate your abilities and then you have the chance of killing a person even if they're way overgeared compared to what you're wearing. You can basically go out in tier 4 and do both PvE and PvP. Not to mention there's so many other weapons in this branch that speccing this one up helps you progress the other things in your tree. A Life Curse build is currently very popular that I don't completely understand because I've never played Life Curse, but you can see it in PvP. And then you also have the Curse Skull, which is used for like 2v2 PvP, like Hellgates and stuff. It's a little bit less popular now, but it's 100% still a thing. I think they also use it in Corrupted Dungeons. You have the Damnation Staff, which used to be a very popular PvP ZVZ weapon. You won't see it as much anymore. There's usually maybe like one per Zerg, maybe two. But it's still something that you can technically use. Not to mention the Shadow Caller build. It used to be one of the best ways to do PvE if you're doing like non-lethal grinding in the statics and so on. They did change that recently though. Well, not recently. It's been a few months now, but they did change it, so I don't think it's as efficient anymore, but you still have the option to do it if you wanted to. Not to mention the Rot Caller staff, which just came out. It's basically busted in things like Arena and other contents where you need to debuff / anti-heal the opponents. So I think the Curse Staff 100% deserves this spot. I kind of feel like maybe Shadow Caller or Rot Caller could deserve a honorable mention. Like, those two weapons are pretty good, but I don't know if they're very new player friendly. We might add them to the honorable mentions. Okay, so next one on the tree here, we have... I actually want to point out the Astral Staff. So we have the Arcane Tree. I think Astral Staff is just amazing right now. This might be biased because I do play the Astral Staff as just like a hobby, pretty much. It's not my favorite weapon, but I do like it a lot. So I think the Astral Staff is very easy to grasp. Basically, you just pop your boots, pop your whatever buffs you may be wearing, and then you press E and you go in and you deal damage, and it's so straightforward. You're basically just... you're deleting the enemies that are there 1 second and then gone the next one. So I think it's a very nice weapon. Not to mention, it's used both in ZVZ and arenas. It's not as commonly used in PvE, but I think you could do it because it just has this huge pool of damage that it does. So I think I'll actually move it to the second tier instead of the first tier, just due to the fact that it's not as good in PvE. But you can still do it, especially on big pools. If you're playing with a party, I feel like the Astral Staff is 100% like doing work. You know what I mean? There's also the whole tree, honestly. It's always used. So if you, let's say you start off as an Astral Staff player and you join a ZVZ guild, not only can you use the Astral Staff in ZVZ, you can actually use any of these other weapons like the Even Song, the Locust, the Occult Staff, or the Enigmatic Staff. And honestly, if you're playing the, you know, big damage squad, you can also bring a witch work to make a clump. You can also do a great arcane for that, for time freeze, or even the normal arcane when it comes to PvE. So basically every one of these weapons has a use. I don't think there's any that aren't used at all. I think the least used one would probably be the Even Song. um, but straight up, arcanes, they cover everything. You have ZVZ weapons, you have Avalonian weapons. All of these weapons that I mentioned at the end, they're arcane staff, great arcane, enigmatic, stuff like this is all required in Avalonians. So if you're going to do PvE with a group, you're very capable of doing that with the arcane staff. So it gives you versatility because you can do PvE and PvP, PvE and PvP, sorry. Um, and it gives you like options, so you're not just stuck doing one thing if you level this weapon up. So I think it's very, very versatile of a tree. But Astral Staff is probably one of the best ones to start off with if you want to do some PvP, especially if you're an arena player or if you want to go do some ZVZ and stuff like that. Um, okay, the next one that I want to talk about, I did this with a bit of a bad feeling. Basically, I personally really dislike Frost. I've never been a Frost player. I don't like it much. I know a lot of people love it, but it's just not for me. I'm never gonna spec up Frost. It's the only thing I didn't spec into on the NA server. But I know that people love Frost. It's also a very versatile weapon. I do, in my personal opinion, think fire is currently stronger than frost, but frost used to rule the leaderboards for a long time in the past. So if we look at the weapons here, we have the Arctic Staff, which gives you the ability to kind of like play whether you're doing arenas or I don't know if I really see this in open world much. But it has the option to do PvP. You also have the Chill Howl, which is used in open world. It's used in corrupted dungeons and other contents like that. You have the Perma, which is used in Avalonians, and it's used in like open world ZVZs and stuff. You also have Icicle, which was a very good it kind of counted as like a tank support weapon in the past for ZVZ. You also have the Hoarfrost staff, which I know it has a use, but I've personally never seen it. There's a Glacial staff. I think this one's also not as used anymore, but I'm not 100% on this one. As mentioned, ice is just not something I'm ever gonna touch. And then there's the Great Frost and just the Frost staff. I think out of all of this, the strongest ones are probably Frost staff, Perma, or maybe Arctic Staff. I know Chill Howl is oh my god, I can't speak. Chill Howl is good, but it's very expensive. So I don't know if it's that per se good for a newer player. I think Arctic Staff and Perma can also go pretty high with their prices because they're like, especially Permas, um, because they're just like they're artifact weapons and stuff. But the Great Frost and the Normal Frost might be a good start for a player. So let's say you want to get the option to play all of these weapons in PvP, or you just wanna be a ZVZ player. I would suggest playing Great Frost, honestly. And I'll put it like right here because I think it's sorry, not Great Frost. I keep saying Great Frost. I mean Frost Staff. Um, so I think Frost Staff is a good start if you wanna get the option to play all of these other ones. I would pick that one to start. And then if you have more money and if you can afford it, I would switch to Chill Howl later on, just because of how useful it is. Like you can do Avalonians, you can do PvP, you can do open world. It just has a lot of uses. So that's the one that I would put here. But yeah, we're currently doing a top 10 Albion weapons for PvE/PvP, mostly aiming at new players. So if you were starting the game, what would I recommend to you? I'm trying to explain why I would also recommend this specific weapons, but if you have any input, feel free to put it in the chat or down in the comments or anything like that. So yeah, that's what we got so far. Now moving down, I really don't think I should put priest on here. I think priest weapons, so holies and all that, are very very good if you have a team. But if you're a solo player out in the world and you don't have friends and stuff like that, or you don't want to play with a guild, it's gonna be really tough. So what I would suggest, maybe we'll put this in the honorable mentions because it still has its uses, but it's like just a very specific thing. What you could do in theory is you could use like a holy staff, or even better, a life touch staff or something like that, something that lets you heal yourself, which is usually the life touch right now. It used to be the divine, but they nerfed it. So yeah, the life touch staff, you use it, you put on smite, you put on your what W would you use with this? Actually, let me check real quick. So yeah, you would use probably Sacred Pulse, maybe even Holy Blessing, and you can technically spec it up by just killing mobs. So I guess it could be an honorable mention because basically once you do have the skill, I think Life Touch is the best versatile weapon to start off with if you want to be a healer. So let's say that your goal in the game is to join a guild, to have a role that is useful to people, and you chose healer, and now you want to, spec up, but you don't know where to start. I feel like the life touch is a good start. It will let you clear mobs. It will take a little bit longer because don't forget, you're still a healer. But with your E, you can heal yourself, you can deal damage, and it will let you get through a dungeon, even though it's gonna be a bit rough. You're gonna have to focus your build, your other gear around doing dungeons. But Life Touch actually surprisingly works in PvP, so you can go do corrupted dungeons as a Life Touch staff player, which I think is really interesting. And it's probably like the only weapon out of the ones that are in the priest tree right now that will let you kind of like heal up while also doing damage. So yeah, I do want to put this in the honorable mentions, but I think it doesn't really belong higher on the list because you can't do ZVZ with like damage wise basically. You can't really do PvP damage with it, but it still does, kind of count because you're healing your teammates that are doing that content. So let's say that you want to do roads, you can go play with either like a Hallow Fall or even a Fallen. Fallen's not as used, but you could do it. You could even do Redemption Staff if you want to. The Hallow Fall is still the favorite though. You could go do Avalonians because they always need a healer. You could go do Statics. Basically, with a healing staff, you can do any content you want. So all of these staffs right here have a use. Divine Staff and Great Holy, in my opinion, the least used ones. But you will always need a healer, so it is something that makes sense to spec up if you know you're gonna be playing with people. But I don't suggest it if you are a solo player that just got into a game and you don't want to join a guild, basically. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it into honorable mentions, especially due to the PvP aspect. But it's not bad, it's not like you're useless and you can't do DPS. You most definitely can. Even healers can do DPS, even though people don't like it, especially the life touch staff. So yeah, moving on. We didn't mention the fire already. That's basically it for the range tree. So things like magic damage and all that, we've been through all of that. Now we're gonna move down to our shapeshifter staffs. I think shapeshifters are just broken. There's so many uses for them. You can basically do anything you want. Prowling used to be on top. It's not on top anymore from what I've seen, especially since they did a few changes. But there's still players that love it. There's also the root bound. It's amazing in PvP. When it comes to ZVZ, you always need a root bound. You can do arenas. You can do any type of like support basically when it comes down to it, in a large scale environment. Primal staff, it used to be really really good in corrupted. I don't see it as much anymore. Some people do arena with it. I don't think it's used in dungeons. I don't think any of these three staffs are really used in dungeons, but you could probably do it with a little bit of your team help. The next one is Blood Moon. Blood Moon is just amazing, and I'm actually gonna put it on the list here. I'm gonna put it in the middle because I think it's a little bit harder. You do have to figure out what's happening with this specific weapon. So the shapeshifter weapons, they're not like the other weapons. They don't just consume energy. They actually consume your normal like blue mana type of energy, and then they consume the shapeshifter energy, which is like a separate bar. um so you do have to like kind of learn what's happening, but once you do, Blood Moon lets you PvX, it lets you PvP, so you can do any kind of PvP like that. It's not the best for corrupted, so I wouldn't go there, but it is good in open world. It's good for team fights, especially if you're doing like roads or something like that. You can PvE in roads with it. You can PvE enemies in Black Zone with it. Basically, it's just a very versatile weapon that has sustain. So if you pair it with the right set, it can be very, very, very strong. Another one in this tree is Hellspawn Staff. This one I don't use often. I only have seen it recently in 2v2 Hellgates, but not as much as I used to in the past. And then arenas very, very rarely. But other than that, I don't really see it much. I don't think I would recommend it to a new player because it does have the mechanic of basically reviving yourself. So it's a little bit harder to kind of like grasp. Then we have the Earth Rune Staff. It's a really, really strong tank weapon. I would suggest it to anyone that wants to be a shot caller and wants to do ZVZ in the future. But it's very hard to level up if you just got into the game. So it's something that you can spec into after you have your, let's say, Blood Moon or something like that as what you're earning fame with. Talking about fame, the Light Caller is most definitely a very very strong choice if you're gonna be doing world boss or I don't think they use more than one in Avalonians, but let's say you're a high spec like good light caller, you could probably go into an Ava with it. You can also do just like new player dungeons with it, but the E is an AoE range, so it might be. I don't know if it's the best choice. I think I would still go with the Blood Moon. That's why I also decided to put the Blood Moon on the list. Moving down, we have the staffs. We have the quarter staffs. Um, I'll be completely honest. I feel like quarter staffs are not the strongest right now. So there is a build with, I believe, the Ironclad that lets you one-shot people in PvP, so it's used in like Corrupted and Open World. But it is a specific combination that you would have to learn before you can do. I don't think I would recommend it to a new player, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. Double bladed staff is mostly used for ganking. There's also like the soul scythe and some other weapons in here that are used on tanks in ZVZ, but they're not necessarily like the most wanted thing. You would probably want a tank on something else. And then there's the Staff of Balance, which is used in, I believe, one shots in Hellgates and stuff. I've seen this. I haven't seen it in a while now, though. So what I'm trying to get at is I think these weapons are mostly used for PvP. I don't really see them in PvE myself. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys have seen the staffs used in PvE content. But outside of Avalonians, where they do like the HP cuts and stuff like that, and they have somebody on BM staff as a swap, I haven't really seen this. I don't think you would go for a full dungeon with a staff. That's also why I'm not gonna put it on the list. Now, the next one, and this one 100% belongs in the top row, is the spear. Now, whether you like spear or not, I think spears are just busted. You can reflect, you can deal big damage. You know, there's just, it's so versatile, especially due to the fact that you can just go out there as a new player, pick up a spear for like a very small amount of money, and start learning how to get kills. I think it's a little bit harder compared to like playing a fire staff, for example, but it's just really, really strong, and I would suggest it in the top row. The only negative with this one is probably the versatility when it comes to PvE. I haven't seen Pike, Glaive, and Heron Spear used much. Spirit Hunter is usually used in ZVZ, but I don't think it's currently the meta. Trinity Spear used to be very popular in Corrupteds, but I also don't see it as much. And then the Daybreaker is just, it's so strong. I think the Daybreaker and the Spear are probably the strongest ones outside of Rift Glaive. When it comes to PvP. With Rift Glaive specifically, it's used for ZVZ. It has really, really huge range, but sadly, not very good for PvE. That's why I wouldn't put it on the same level as Spear. I'm pretty sure you can just go into a dungeon as a Spears player and kill any mob you want. But it is, again, it's a little bit harder. I'm actually thinking maybe we move Spear. We'll see what else we have on the list, right? And we might move Spear a little bit lower due to the fact that the other weapons aren't as useful as maybe the other trees that we've seen so far. Like, if I had to compare Blood Moon Staff and Spear, I would probably switch those two out. Okay, the next one that we have on the list is Daggers. I think daggers are very good, but they're also, it kind of depends. I would say they're kind of like medium skill range. Some people would say that they're very easy, especially when it comes to dev givers. Daggers are most definitely a versatile weapon because you can do just like a normal dagger and go do PvE or PvP with it. You can do a dagger pair to do Hellgates. You can do claws to do ganking, even though they're not really used that much anymore because they did have a nerf, so they're not as good as they used to be for ganking. You can do bloodletter to, you know, be a little rat and rat some kills, get some free easy loot because it has very high mobility and a very big E damage. You could do Demon Fang and ZVZ, even though it's, again, it's not the preference anymore because it did get nerfed. You can do Dev Givers for PvE PvP in Mists and other contents like that. You can even do it in open world with the ganking group. I've seen it. And then there's also the Bridal Fury, which used to be a very common ZVZ weapon, but isn't used as much anymore unless you know how to use it or like high IP. It's one of those weapons that you usually need permission for in a lot of the guilds that I've seen. Let me know if it's different in your guild. And then the Twin Slayers, I feel like the Twin Slayers could be better. So Twin Slayers, I'm just gonna ignore, pretend that they're not there. They have their uses, but I feel like compared to the other weapons in the tree, especially like the dagger pair and the dagger itself, and even the death givers, this one's just a little bit weaker. But yeah, I guess Bloodletter technically could be considered easy if you just count the E as an attack that makes it so people can win. But if you're doing like a full comp, I don't know. I think this one's like a medium when it comes to learning it because of the other weapons in the tree. Like, you still kind of need to know what you're doing, but it's not that hard. So I think we can put the daggers on the list, but I would put it maybe like a little bit lower. I think actually let's put it here. Dagger. Yeah. Okay, another very commonly used one. Also, yeah, I'm putting dagger, the normal dagger on the list because I think it's more. Actually, no. I changed my mind. I just changed my mind. I'm putting the bloodletter on the list. It just there's so many people that pick up bloodletter and they come into fights and red loot that I think I have to put it on there. The only problem with bloodletter is if you're gonna be doing PvE, like clearing dungeons, you're gonna have a bit of a harder time. That's why I was wanting to put dagger on the list, because you can do both PvE and PvE with it. Nah, I think bloodletter doesn't deserve the spot. I think we need to put it to dagger. So dagger will let you either melt mobs or melt people. It has, especially if you're using it with like a hunter jacket or anything like that, it has really high speed and you can basically just like heal off of your damage. If you don't know how this works, the bloodthirsty blade ability on the dagger actually gives you 100% um heal steal. I don't really know how to explain. Basically, you get health for the damage that you've done to the thing that you're fighting, and then it also increases your move speed. And if you combat um with a mix of this and the hunter jacket, you're actually just like crazy fast. So yeah, we'll put dagger on the list instead of a bloodletter. But the bloodletter is also like a very good thing to start off with if you're just wanting to rat as a new player. Not that I support ratting, but let's be honest, it's gonna happen either way. So, I think it deserves a spot there. Then we also have the bow. When it comes to bow, I think it's a hit or miss. Some people love it, some people hate it. Looking at the tree, the Sky Strider bow, not my favorite. I don't think it's good, but I also know people that love it. Mist Piercer used to be amazing, but they nerfed it, so it's not where it was before, in my opinion. Bow of Badon is a good choice. It's not a bad weapon. Um, but it's used for like PvP in kind of like close corners or just a spot where people are condensed together because it's a radius of a circle where people walk in, they'll be taking damage. So it could be a very good choice, but it really depends what content you're running. Wailing bow, I don't see used much anymore. I see whispering bow way more because you can either get a dismount in black zone with it or just, do high amounts of damage. Warbow and longbow are good options based on what you're doing. So if we look at the abilities, the warbow has a very big AoE E that will damage a lot of people. It's used in ZVZ and arenas and stuff like that. Sometimes it really depends on your comp. I don't think longbow is as used as the Mistpiercer used to be, but it's just it really depends on your team comp when it comes to bow. Some people have it as an option, some people don't. Warbow is something you would probably use in like solo PvP, and same with the bow. If I had to choose between a bow and a warbow, I personally prefer just the plain bow. But they're both good in like corrupted dungeons and just solo PvP basically. But you can also use it in Black Zone if you are in a team. But it's not necessarily like the first pick. I would say it's maybe a little bit less used as like the other weapons that we've talked about before. Um, but I do think that we can put maybe probably the normal bow on the list because you can spec into other things in the future with it, and you're gonna be able to either do PvP fighting people in the black zone or fighting people in corrupteds, not to mention PvE doing just solo dungeons with the bow because it does tend to melt enemies. So I think it deserves a spot on the list. Um Now we're approaching our tank territory. And I've noticed that kind of like all of these weapons have a specific weapon that I think is good. So we might be out of we might be out of spots. So I'm gonna actually remove the blight staff off of the honorable mentions because I think there's a weapon that I forgot to mention that's probably even better. There's like 4 other weapons that we haven't put on here yet. So we're gonna have to like mix this around and see what I like more than the rest. The next one, and this is a really strong one. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll move the dagger, we'll put it down here, and we'll move the spear, put it down here, and then the spot that I'm giving up here is actually going to be hmm I want to do this, but I also don't. No, this one's going into honorable mentions. Okay. So the thing that I'm struggling right now with is the bolt casters. So if you've played Albion before, you've probably heard of bolt casters. If you haven't, I'm a little bit surprised. Basically, crossbows had a point where they used to be very strong. You could play as a light crossbow in expeditions for gold fame, all of that. When hardcore expeditions, when they were very popular, light crossbow rotation was 100% a thing. You could do light crossbow in world boss or Avalonians, but you need to do a specific rotation. So I think it's a lot harder compared to some of the mentions we've had so far because you need to know the exact way to play it. And then there's also the Weeping Repeater. It used to be great for CVZ, but it's not there anymore. Then there's the Siege Bow. It's another weapon that used to be great for ZVZ, but not anymore. Um, the arc light blasters I don't even see anywhere, so I don't know if I would even mention it. And then the only 2 good weapons in the tree are the energy shaper and the bolt casters. The energy shaper used to be great when it first came out and then it got nerfed, but it just recently got a buff, so it's now very, very useful again. You can do really big damage with it, and it melts people. So it's most definitely a good thing to play if you're gonna PvP, especially if you're doing CVZs or anything with like closed chambers. Basically, I wouldn't suggest it in solo content though. On the contrary, you have boldcasters, which are amazing for solo content. You can do PvE, you can do PvP. It's very versatile when it comes to something a new player would be doing because you can go into dungeons and you can kill people that might be standing outside of it. It's very easy. You basically just silence a player and then you press your E and then they lose half of their HP bar. But as mentioned, there's not really much in the tree that you can spec into to kind of like have the same versatility that we have with the other weapons we talked about. The only thing that you can really go into is the energy shaper. So that's why I'm putting it into honorable mentions because it is a good starter weapon, but you're probably not going to be able to get much out of it later on. Unless you just want to be a ZVZ Energy Shaper player, in my opinion, of course. Okay, we have the melee, kind of like tankier weapons left now. Um, and this is where I stumble into a problem. So we have war gloves, hammers, maces, axes, and swords. And we only have a few more spots, so we're gonna have to figure out which ones are better than the rest. So I'm just gonna go right. I'm just gonna point out one thing right away. Unless you're going to be a tank, I don't think you should start off as a mace fighter at all. Mace is just not something I would suggest to any new player unless they already know that they want to be a tank. Same goes for hammer. It's currently not the best weapon. I've seen people use Tomb Hammer, but it's like a very specific build in like corrupted dungeons, and then maybe the Grove Keeper very rarely in ZVZ. But other than that, I don't see Hammer used. So I'm not gonna put these 2 weapons on the list. But we have 3 weapons that, in my personal opinion, are really good, and we haven't touched them yet, and we still need to put them on the list. So now this is where some things will fall off and some things will be added. So first of all, we have the war gloves. The war gloves, I've personally never really played much. I've tried it before, like the spiked gauntlets and the battle bracers and so on, Fists of Avalon. I've tried it before because they're very good and they have good mobility, so they do a lot of damage, right? And they have good mobility. But you also need to like kind of master them first. Like you can do ZVZ with gloves, you can do PvP in like mists with them, and you could probably do PvE, but I don't really have the knowledge of how war gloves perform in PvE because I don't know anyone that does PvE with war gloves. It's not something that is used in like Avalonians or World Boss or anything like that. But you could probably go play a dungeon, just like a normal solo dungeon, with war gloves. That's why I'm not really sure where to put this one. I think for me, unless you know you wanna go do mists or CVZ with war gloves, I would probably choose a different weapon, but I think this one's mostly just personal preference. So, because of my lack of knowledge on this specific weapon, I don't think I can put it on the list. I don't think I would suggest it to anyone either, because it's like two specific contents, mostly PvP for focused, that gloves are really good for. So again, for this one, let me know in the comments or in the chat what you think about it, because I just don't think it's something I would recommend to a new player, even though it's a strong weapon. Okay, and then lastly, we have the axes and the swords. Now, here's the thing. These two weapons right here are my favorite weapons in the game. I think the number one spot, the one that we have left, belongs to swords. And the question is, which sword? So the broadsword isn't very used when it comes to, hey, what sword are you gonna play? But it still can be played in a lot of different content just based on what it does. I personally wouldn't pick it up, but I know that people have done it in arenas, they've done it in PvP, open world, stuff like that. The Claymore used to be one of the strongest Hellgate weapons that you could come across. It would basically just one-shot the person, kind of like the Daybreaker does. Same with the Kingmaker, but I think they nerfed it a little bit from what I remember, so it's not what it used to be anymore. The dual swords, however, I would recommend this to any new player. Dual swords are just amazing. Dual swords with mercenary jacket will win against anything you wanna play against. Either if it's a player or an enemy. If you have the right build in a 1v1 scenario, dual swords are so strong. There's not much that can counter it. The only thing that might mess you up is the fact that there's so many mobility ranged weapons that will just outrange you. But I think this is like one of those weapons that you pick up as a new player and you just know exactly what to do. There's also the Clarent Blade and the Galatines industry, which used to be really strong, but they're not used much anymore. Kingmaker and Infinity Blade are also like that. They're not really used as much from what I've seen, but they have, like, there are some rare players that do love it. And then the last one, the Carving Sword, I think is just amazing. You can use it in small scale if you need to debuff, you can use it in mists, you can use it in like roads with people, but it's not a very solo focused weapon. I would use carving if I'm playing with people in a group. So you do have a little bit of versatility what you can spec into, but dual swords are like most definitely what I would suggest you put your spec into if you want to be a swords player. I will also switch out the dagger and dual swords because I actually don't think that it deserves to be that high. It was the only open spot there. That's why I put the dual swords there first. But due to the fact that it lacks uses for the other weapons in the tree, I think dagger deserves to be higher up compared to like dual swords, even though this is still my favorite weapon. Um, and then lastly, we have the X. Now we have a bit of a problem because our top 10 weapons list is already full, but we still have this whole tree. So, what happens now is we're gonna assess if any of them should be replaced with any of this. So basically, the battle axe is a very good starting weapon. It's kind of like dual swords, where it has life steal that you use with a mercenary jacket, where the mercenary jacket will also be healing you. It's a very nice build to run if you're fighting 1v1 in open world, or if you're just trying to maybe kill some mobs that are a little bit stronger and need sustain to eliminate. The Great Axe used to be very good when there was a different meta, but now I don't really see it much. You would only use it when there's a clump of people and you can go in and basically just deal a bunch of damage. Maybe even in PvE, it would make sense if you're clearing a dungeon, because it will spin in a circle and just do a lot of damage, and you can buff that damage up as much as you want. And then there's the halberd. It used to be a ZVZ weapon, but I don't really see it much anymore. The carrion collar, however, is a very, very specific weapon that will basically debuff your enemies' healing. So it's used in like Hellgates, and it's used in arenas from what I've seen. I don't think it was used in ZVZ, but I have this vague memory that it was in like seasons ago. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but um it's still rarely used in like small scale. Really depends on who you're playing with. The Infernal Scythe is just a staple right now in ZVZ. It's very, very commonly used. It's basically a finisher. When people are already low, you just come in and you execute them. Bear Paws used to be one of the main ganking weapons, but after the change, they're now used more in general PvP. So RIP to the Bear Paws. It still gives them the edge. So if you want to, you could probably gank with it, but the damage isn't gonna be as great as it used to be in the past. And then we also have the Realm Breaker. This one is used in Avalonians for the HP cut. It's one of those weapons that you don't really see outside of that much. And then the Crystal Reaper, as much as it looks very cool, I don't see it used much. I don't think I've ever seen it used outside of arena. So this tree is one of those trees where you do get a lot of like different PvP weapons if you decide to go into it, but I don't know if I would say it's the most PvE focused. However, you do have the Realm Breaker, which you can use in Avalonians. You do have the Great Axe, which you can use in dungeons, probably even group dungeons actually. And you have the Battle Axe, which will be more like one single target focus, the DPS for PvE. So I do think it deserves a spot. But now the question is where? I want to put the Battle Axe on there because it was my main weapon that I was running for a long time in Black Zone, doing both mobs and killing people. So let's think. I think we have a pretty good roster of what's currently on there. I don't know if I can remove any of this. I don't know if I can. I think if I had to replace it with anything, I would probably replace it with... Yeah, you know what? I don't think it's fair to replace it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add one more honorable mentions. We're gonna put the dual swords in honorable mentions. There we go. Another honorable mention. And then we'll put the battle axe down here. There we go. I think this makes way more sense because the dual swords, I don't want to remove them. I think they make sense, but we do have too many things to put everything on the list. So yeah, this is basically my top 10 Albion weapons PvE/PvP list that I would recommend to new players. Now you guys got your answer if you were ever looking for a weapon you wanted to try out. So to sum it all up, the fire staff, the druidic staff, the cursed staff, and the dagger are probably the most PvE/PvP versatile weapons that you can start off with. The other weapons that I also recommend are the frost staff, the blood moon staff, the spear, and the astral staff. And then the less versatile ones compared to the ones that we've seen so far are the bow and the battle axe. They are strong, but it also doesn't give you as much variety as, for example, a fire staff or maybe even a dagger. Honestly, you know what? I correct myself. I'm pretty sure the bow can be as versatile as a fire staff if you know how to use it. So I think all of these weapons deserve to be on the top 10 list, honestly. This is what I would recommend. And then the honorable mentions. So bolt casters because it doesn't really have anything else on the list. The life touch staff because it's technically not supposed to be like a PvP weapon, but it can PvP. And then the dual swords because they are just a very easy to learn new player weapon, even though its tree is mostly focused on PvP. So yeah, I think that kind of summarizes the list. Summarizes the list. I'm actually really curious to see what you guys think about this. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure to read through your feedback. And that's pretty much it for my personal opinion on the best weapons in the game and what I would suggest to you if you're a new player. So thank you so much for doing this list with me, and yeah, I will see you in the next tier list. Okay, that's my tier list of the day. What the heck was happening? Whoa, 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 whoa. I've been standing here and I look at the mini map. You guys don't see this, but there's like 10 dancing skeletons on the map on 10 different locations. That was weird. Also, let me give a shout out to JG that rated us earlier while I was still doing the tier list. Oh wait, somebody else gave it to her. That's awesome, thank you. Okay. Let's go check this mini chest out. I think I need some water because my throat is really, really dry. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, who's this random guy? Wow, they want to kill me. Lovely. I'm getting away from there. They can have the small chest. Gio, thank you for following. Hello, how are you doing? I want this mammoth. Long as I know how to live. Let me check if the guild is doing anything. I don't think they are actually. Oh, somebody just died in front of HO. Good job. Owie. Oh, that's a one shot. That's a one shot. I made an oopsie. I did a big oopsie. I did a big oopsie. The fuck? I did not expect there to be like 10 of them. I was gonna bait them onto Terry. Well then, that was yikes. That was big yikes. I did not expect that. I thought it was gonna be like 2 guys. I'm like, yeah, let me just bait them into Terry. Oh well. I'm not really bothered because I got that outpost earlier, so it's whatever. And yes, you missed my tier list. I was doing a weapon tier list earlier. Also, I got a purple outpost solo. It was 8 million. Heh. I also lost my video editor and I'm really sad. And I'm trying not to think about it because I don't like change and I'm gonna be overwhelmed otherwise. It's like a little prayer down on my knees. Where does Great Frost fall on the list? If you don't say S, you're wrong. It was mostly like, okay, so the tier list that I did was like what would I recommend to new players, pretty much? Like the best PvP/PvE weapons. And my list, I'll tell you. I didn't put Great Frost on there, but I put Normal Frost. And what I did was, so these are the weapons that I would recommend. Fire Staff, Druidic Staff, Curse Staff, Dagger, Frost Staff, Blood Moon Staff, Spear, Astral Staff, Bow, the normal one, Battle Axe, and then honorable mentions, Boltcasters, Life Touch Staff, and Dual Swords. You think Great Frost is easier? I've never played Frost, so Gloves and Frost are the one that I have like the least opinion on. And then Spear would be the one after. Because I've never played it and I don't like it. What? Oh, it's right here. But I just have a dislike for Frost. It's a deep-rooted dislike. Oh, there's another one. What the heck? Who is killing the 5-3s and not skinning them? You call my name just like a little friend. Yeah, I did say Frost instead of Chill Howl because it's cheaper. That was also one of my reasons. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Mistakes were made. What's that guy? Curse. Of course he's a curse. He's trying to level up. I almost feel bad. I'm slurping it up. I'll leave him the last few. Because he's very slow at gathering and I'm very fast and I feel bad because it's not even worth much, so. Chill, how is a... Wait, what? Why? Why did you say that? Because of the kiting and... Yeah. Take you there. Oh, another 0.3. Do you know because... No, I don't. But the video editors can see them afterwards. Nox, thank you for follow. Hello. Oh, that was an 8.23 and I didn't get it. I'm so sad. I don't know if I can get to my house without dying. I'll try. Time. Uh, what do I want to eat today, actually? I was thinking about this earlier. Might get some bread and stuff. I don't know. I need to go to the store. It's so high. Pray with you tonight. Okay. It's your time. Try to make it right. I'm gonna check this large chest, probably. Sorry, I'm not talking much. My throat's actually not feeling well now. That's no fun. Girlfriend got sick yesterday too. Started with sore throat. Yeah. I hope it's nothing like that, but owie. That fire hurts. Yeah. I was just talking a little, like, maybe a little too fast earlier. Now my throat's feeling weird. I will close the window though. I'm getting cold. There we go. That's better. Dude, I'm having so much fun on GTA. I literally can't wait to go play GTA today. Oh, really? That's interesting. It's probably because you're following, right? I think TikTok only suggests streams of people from a different country if you're following. You should say hello next time, no? But I will warn you, Slovenians can be very unhinged, so be ready for anything. Oh, interesting. I don't get that. I only get like streams. I never get an international one for some reason. Videos, yeah, I get English all the time. It's the more common one. But live streams are region locked for me. It's like a soft lock, but it's still a lock. Random Japanese streams? Damn, I've never seen that before. No, VPN doesn't work on TikTok live stream. They made it in a way where the only way you can change your region on TikTok is if you get a SIM card from a different country. That's it. But I will say I'm just trying to get followers so I get to like the 1K that you need to actually unlock it so you can stream it from different websites and stuff. I used to have like 200 followers before I started streaming on TikTok. I have 400 now, which is not that much, right? But it's still. I've been streaming on TikTok for I think like a week, maybe something like that. So I think it's going okay. To tune into the GTN stream. I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm saying just say hello, you know? Just say hello. But yeah, no problem, no problem. I get it. Da, 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 da. I've been trying to get Americans to come play the game with me. Looking for people to come to GTA RP with me that only speak English because I think it would be funny roleplay. I really want to hear the Slovenians try to speak English with them. Oh, the one that I'm playing in is just like you don't have to apply for it. You just come in. I just want to hear the Slovenians from the server try to speak English. It's gonna make me feel so useful when I can translate. Feel me now. Yeah, it is Slovenian, but most Slovenians know how to speak English, or they at least understand it. And apparently, in the past, they used to have this group of people that was friends. So basically, there's this one streamer. He's pretty wild, like he's crazy. uh, he's cool though. I know him. He's a Slovenian streamer. He got this group of like 5 guys to play with him, or 6 guys, and 3 of them were American. So people would like come in and they would like try to play um with them, but they didn't really speak fluent English. They spoke like mech English or medium English, and I just really want to see who on the server knows how to speak English because I've never heard them do it before. You know what I mean? I just think it would be funny. Pali, thank you for follow. Hello. With the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. Yeah, of course, of course. They don't care about it. There is probably 1 or 2 that are like, I don't want to speak English, but I'll translate. And no, it's not. It's not only for Slovenians. It's just Slovenian is the prime language. But a lot of people on the server integrate America into their lore. So, for example, we have the sheriffs, and the sheriffs were like they were role playing as if they're like the biggest like patriots possible, even though they're Slovenian, right? So they were role playing as if like freedom is the most important thing. Everywhere you look, you need to see freedom. Every time you say something, a bald eagle goes caw caw, you know, stuff like that. Or like even my character. My character is a influencer that returned from America that goes to like Dubai for trips and shit. And she used to only speak English in the past. Now she's like gotten used to Slovenian or something. She's gotten 3 BBLs, the first two from one sugar daddy, the third one from a second sugar daddy. And she's also a little bit dumb because her Botox went into her brain a little bit. It's dumb as fuck, but yeah, I did tone down my roleplay a little bit less, so like it's not as extreme now, not as in character, because people were doing less of a character too. So like it's just the tone of the how people roleplay. But yeah. I got a bug bite on the skin, like right before my. Oh. I'm imagining it in a very nasty way. It's probably not how it actually looks like, but it's how I'm imagining it, so yeah. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? Oh, the chest is opening in 1 minute. I didn't notice. Shit. Let me see if I can get it. Me don't know secrets. Mission. How deep is your love? 50 seconds. I'm gonna be way too heavy to carry all of this, but okay. It's your love. I feel like these chests are sponsoring my entire career right now. Let's see how much this one will be. The last one was 8 million and it was a purple. This one is green. Let's see. Is your love? So tell me how deep is your love? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bam. This one is 2 million. Okay, that's not the bestest, but I'll take it. How deep is your love? At least I can carry it. I made 10 million from outposts today. Lol. I wish I knew about this earlier. I'd just be getting outposts 24/7. You know how I died earlier? I just made back all the money I lost. Let's go. I need to sort my inventory actually really quickly. Yeah. Red Zone yesterday made 40 million in a few runs. How did you make it? From killing people or? But yeah, Energy Shaper is busted right now. To make level again, that's it. I'm just gonna sort this really quickly. Actually, wait, this is. Thank you for follow, dude. This is a throwback. Oh, the song, yeah. Killing people, diving static groups, taking any fight we saw. That sounds fun. Do you or anyone have a good weapon choice for corrupted solos? Okay, ironically, I just made a top 10 tier list for like new player weapons and stuff like that. Maybe I should do one for corrupteds too. But for corrupteds, I would suggest fire, curse. Okay, let's just go by the tree. Yeah, one hand curse. Frost is a good option. You could do one hand fire or flame walker staff. If you like healing, you could do life touch staff. You could do a less popular option is primal staff. You could do the one shot quarter staff or ironclad build. I don't remember which one it is. You could do spear. Spear is very good in corrupteds. You could do a dagger build. Like a death givers build. Bow is also really good. There's also a build with gloves that you can do. Or maybe swords. I would say fire or spear are probably the best ones right now, in my opinion. Oh, that's a wrong one. I need to sort this drop off chest. Gear belongs in here. Sorry for me doing this right now. I just want to get it out of the way. Okay, this goes into drop off because it's not actually something I want to keep. Okay, this is all mine. Okay, this is my stuff. This goes in here, and then we're basically done sorting. I have 7 million worth of resources that I need to transport, lol. And then 4.7 million worth of gear and 4.5 million worth of trash. Yay. 14 million worth of stuff that I keep and 14 million worth of stuff that I'm keeping there. Oh wait, actually, I just noticed my bank has 2 tools here. Let's do that. Do you have pork pies? I do. Thank you, that's a lot of info. I'll take that on. Yeah, I'm doing a video. It's gonna be posted tomorrow. So you can check that out. It's just me explaining like starter weapons for new players, and I also mention corrupteds and stuff. Sorry, I can't stop yawning. Which servers is Europe? It's written in the description. Baby, I got me. Baby, I got me. Playing on. That's all I need. Baby, I got me. Be friend I need. Playing on my team with someone like me. Baby, no way. Watch me while I do my thing. Oh, baby, no way. Are you fucking with the thing? Sorry. Da, 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 da. Baby, I got me. Baby, I got me. Playing on me. That's all I need. I got only friends I need. Playing on my team. It's someone like me. Baby, no way. Watch me not do my thing. Okay. I think I'm just gonna wait for this chest, honestly. I think I'm making more money from this chest than I made from anything else. Maybe I could be. Maybe I'll find it. Maybe fucking with the tin. Fucking with the tin. Okay. Should we go do some corrupteds or something? What do you guys think? I have about an hour and 20 minutes left before I have to go. Can I guess right now? Here's another one. Your melody will play on and on. That's so fun. Beautiful. Dream come life, incredible. Miracle, miracle. Save my life again. Want you to know, baby. I'm here. Uh, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Mamuta! Hello, Mamut. Baby for me? Question mark. Seven out of 11. I'll take it. Where he at? There you go. My mammoth. You've done. Tell you what it feels like now I'm on the outside. Ooh. Be with everything great now I'm on the outside. Oh, what it feels like now I'm on the outside. Oh, everything great the outside. Oh. Oh. You made this thing to you. Hello, celebrate. Hello, what's up? Straight to you. I'm holding on. I'm holding on. That's never enough for me. Gotta be so strong. There's a fire. Still watching you. Oh, oh. I'm gonna message this guy because I'm outside. I'm outside HO. Is everything great now? I'm on the side. Oh, the outside. Do I have a class today or do I have a class tomorrow? This is my loot split. I'm doing okay. I made like 10 million plus today. Oh yeah, my class is tomorrow. When do my classes end? It's about to be June. Oh, they end pretty soon. I have a class on the 4th. Wait. Okay, so I have a class on the 28th, on the 29th, and then the 4th. And then that's it. I have 3 classes left pretty much. Oh no, I'm lying. I have another one on the 10th and the 11th, so I guess it's still the end of the next month. Let's see. 19th, there's nothing. Okay, till the second half of the next month I have classes and then I'm done. The 17th is my last class. A month left and I'm done with school. Let's go. After I'm on my summer vacation, I'll probably just be streaming every day, honestly. Here and on the other platform. I'll do like 4 hours here every day and then hours there. On TikTok. Probably. Karaoke when? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. My throat hurts today, okay? Bandit assault in 15 minutes? I don't want to do bandit. Should I just do some arenas or some hellgates or some corrupteds or something? I don't know what to do today. I have another hour and 10 minutes. I'll go to HO and we'll do some corrupteds. Fly. Uh-oh, uh-oh. My tummy's rumbling so loud. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's go to corrupteds. No. No, not really. What is this? Oh. What do I want to play? Something cheap. Except for you, not afraid to face it. Each murder I want to, each murder. Ready to fight the each murder I want to. So I woke up confused in my dreams until I screaming my lungs out for you, not afraid to face it. I want to hear a shame, ready to don't you? I'm actually gonna do this. What am I doing? Wait. My tummy's rumbling so much. Why don't you? Okay. There we go. Let's go. I lost a lot of infamy the other day. Blech. Dying. Take a look if you love me right. On and on and Owie. Why did I walk into all of that? I'm literally just chilling in this corrupted right now, just listening to music, lol. Bro, I'm gonna clear this whole dungeon before I get a fight, it seems. I don't know if it's just me, but today seems like a really slow day. Like, in general. I feel like it's a slow day on Twitch. I feel like it's a slow day in game. I feel like it's a slow day on Discord. Like, everything. In my guild. Like, everybody's just chilling. Maybe it's because it's, like, shitty weather today. I don't know. It's obviously not the same weather everywhere, but I think it's just one of those days. Aha! What's the holiday this weekend? I'm gonna do the knock tactic because I don't want to be missing HP. Memorial Day. Oh. Yeah, no shit that it's like feeling slow and depressive today. If it's Memorial Day weekend. He's at the lower crystal. Very much looking forward to this weekend. You are? Wow. I can't believe he actually dodged that. I'm almost impressed. He can have fun with that mob. I'm not gonna push in there. He dodges my E very well. Lightning strikes every time. Everybody's watching her. She's lucky. Saturday got D&D. Sunday got Ren Fair. Monday. Oh, I'm going somewhere on Saturday too. I'm going to a convention. What the heck? Where is this guy? Oh, right there. This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she. I don't want to get hooked by him. What is he doing? Oh, fuck's sake. I hate that. And he got knocked. Okay, we won that one. But yeah, I'm going to an anime con, like an anime and fantasy con. And I'm really, really, really excited because it means I can buy more tiny keychains. I have a problem. I love tiny keychains. You know those keychains that are basically like as big as a fingernail, like a long female fingernail. How much is that? Like 3 centimeters, I guess. Those keychains, I love them. I got some last year. I want to get more this year. I got like a tiny Uno reverse keychain. It's a Uno reverse card, and it's pink, and it's shiny. Yeah, yeah, I get that. I think that's just a girl thing, honestly. I'm pretty sure that's a girl thing. I don't think I've ever met anyone that doesn't like tiny, cute things. Unless it's something else, if you know what I mean. For lightning strikes every time she moves. And everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you. On the road trip back from seeing her mom, we picked up a tiny shot glass. Yes! I think your girlfriend's awesome. I just want to say that. Oh wait, let me check. When's the outpost? Because my guild is always forget about outposts. 20 minutes. Okay, we have 20 minutes before we go get more loot, hopefully. Next to you all night, I don't know what you're about. Coming out your mouth. There's a fly in my room and it doesn't want to leave, and it's been here for the last 2 days. I think it needs to get evicted. Smell me, yeah. So sure of yourself. Because she's a tiny person that makes it. Hey, ideas, that's mean. That's not the way she likes it. I've been collecting shot glasses since I went. Wait, really? I've never actually properly used shot glasses. I just use a glass if I'm trying to drink liquor. Maybe that's a European thing. But I know that Americans have like a thing with collecting shot glasses. That should want and well and well. Me ever met someone like that. Let me check. Little baby, how about you to hell? There's no way. Little can crazy. Should want and well and well. But it's also just a collection from when I traveled. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, again, I think that's like an American thing to collect shot glasses. I don't know if you can even... Glasses? Glasses. I don't even know if you can buy shot glasses here as like a thingy. Most of them have really never been used. Yeah, I get it. It's more like a... We do the same thing with magnets. Like, my mom will collect magnets of everywhere she goes. We have like a fridge full of magnets. It's actually kind of wild. I don't like it, but she's a maximalist, so she does. My lover. It's an American thing because we were not throwing away our shot. What? Gotten a few from some countries in Europe. Hmm. Actually, I think I've seen it before in the store. It's just, like I said, for me, for my family, we don't really do that. Oh, it's a Hamilton joke. Oh, I didn't get that. I'm sorry. I'm too dumb. I didn't get the reference. Okay, second fight. Let's see what we got here. Good morning, manga. I'm doing okay. We're doing some corrupted right now. I won the first match, but I don't know what we got here. With oh, that's bad. That's really bad, actually. He's gonna. Yeah, okay. I was out of range, luckily. Have you seen Hamilton? No, I have not. That's why I didn't get the reference. I know what it is. Like, I know it's a play, but I've never actually watched it or read it. Whatever, I'm just gonna go in. Lover, wanna be my lover. Lover. What? How is he doing so much damage though? He's gonna kill me. I don't know how he did that much damage as a arcane. That was wild. I thought I could out damage him, but somehow he managed to out damage me. Okay, let's go for the thingy so I don't forget. What's the timer? 16 minutes. I mean, we still have time. Check his gear. He was shit. He was like tier 4. See? But he did a lot of damage from something. I don't know what. It was just Frazzle, I guess. I don't know. I want to go get this chest, so I'm gonna go back here now. Actually, I'm gonna. Do I want to go play some? Do I want to play some arena for like 40 minutes? I think we'll do that. Yan yan yan. Just give you Spear, thank you for hello. Where did I put the set? Wasn't it here? The fuck? It's in Bridgewatch. The fuck? Oh, it's right here. I'm blind. that I'm messing with your brain. Yeah. All because with my friend hurts, whether it's right or wrong. Yeah. Cause I'm having too much fun. I don't really care about if you love me, if you hate me, you can say me. Okay, why is this queue taking so long? I swear I should just go for the outpost. 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's gonna pop by the time this match is over. What if I got on a million? You never call or listen to me anyway. Yeah. Life have been good, but now, oh, I think you're what the hell. All I want is to mess around. I don't really care about if you love me, if you hate me. Oh, what the hell? I'm sorry. I'm so vibing. Ah, 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 ah. That I'm messing with your head, boy. That I'm messing. Life I've been good, but now, oh, I'm thinking, what the hell? All I want is to mess around, and I don't really care about all that. But now, oh, exactly, it's really good to vibe. Era. I'm already thinking what I'm gonna be doing in GTA today. I'm gonna play GTA on stream in like 40 minutes. Save me, baby. So I'm literally so hardcore chilling. What the hell? You're so naturally. That's naturally. Naturally. That's naturally. Way. Naturally. You are the father. Everything comes naturally. 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 Okay, finally, let's go. Goes naturally. It comes naturally. Away. Thunder. I am the lightning, and I never think you about me. Why is he also Kevin? Whatever. Everything comes natural. It comes naturally. Baby, everything comes natural. Oh my god, what the heck was that? That was terrible. I got reflected and astral at the same time, and then the healer that tried to keep me up died. Lol. That was pretty bad. I think I got the bad team this time. We'll see. And I never think of me. It's exciting. Everything comes naturally. Comes naturally. Is he literally on? Oh my god, he is. He's on plate. What the heck? He's on soldier armor. I can't believe I started playing astral soldier armor and everybody was like, that's so bad, your damage gonna be so damn bad. And now I see everybody playing soldier armor. It's wild. Hey, baby. Close to you right now. He's gonna get me before I get him because I have too long cooldown. Yeah. That's annoying. We lose this one. 300%. Lol. I can't even get to the healer. Nope. 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 I misclicked. I'm gonna burn out. Again? What the? What is our healer doing? Why is our healer going to the pent? Whatever. These guys are just bad. Stopping you now. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to get that outpost, but whatever. So stopping you now. Being astray now. Stay here now. Da, 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 da. Like I'm a diva. 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 Diva is a female version of a hustler. I'm gonna cancel that. A version of a hustler. Of a hustler. We had triple cap and they canceled it because those guys went to the tent. That was goofy. Is a female version of a hustler. A hustler. Of a hustler. Oh wait, that's our guy. I just thought that was an enemy. Got a lyric for work meeting? Yeah, no problem. Thank you. I'll get you later videos. I'm literally just trying to win this game right now. I'll sacrifice myself for the cap. I think the points were worth more. I'm a diva. Okay, they killed him. That was worth it. We got triple cap and we got the kill there. I think we can still win this, but we can't die. I'm a diva. I'm a diva. One kill and one cap and we win. Or we lose because of 2 kills on our end. Like we die twice. Do you love what's where? Oh, heaven is a place on earth. Heaven, love comes first. Heaven, no place on earth. Heaven is a place on. We won. We actually won that. Good job, Imp Man. The Imp carried. Let's do one more arena. We have 30 minutes. We might do 1 or 2 more. Okay. Para. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Heaven is a place on earth. Thank you. I think I need to sneeze again. I usually sneeze twice. We'll see. Yeah, I knew it. 1 sec. Yo, Naka, Bjuya. Thank you, Cedric. Dude, I can't wait to play GTA today. I'm like really excited. If you can't keep up, stay below, I guess. Big deal, baby, you're too little. Too much for your love. I'll be on in like 30 minutes, 25 minutes GTA. Še danes imaš mijaka, da pa ga spet ni do srede. Kva? Ja, kam pa on skozi hod? Kako pride enkrat na teden, oziroma 2-krat na teden, pa ga pa spet ni en teden? The fuck? Kaj pa dela? Danes pridem, ja, včeraj pa nisem mogla zaradi tega, ker sem mogla iti na neki v real life-u. Big deal, baby, you're too little. It's too much for you, boy. Maybe I am under pressure. Aha. Če kaj ima to veze, torej pri enih ima računalnik, pri drugih pa ne, ali kaj? The fuck? Damn. Jaz bi hotela komp posod, I'll be honest. Pri mami ima laptop, aha, okej. Aj probo že igrati A5M na laptopu, ali ne? No, ne si zdrihta, da ga ne bo po en teden manjkal. Jaz pa pridem tako, kot sem rekla, čez 24 minut pridem. Well, it's good you're enjoying it. Yeah! Dude! Bro! Okay, this is super goofy, but like in-game, right? My in-game character was dating somebody, but the person that she was dating didn't like that she became a cop. And basically, before she got hired as a cop, she went to talk to a therapist, and the therapist told her maybe she should find a man to settle down because her life is like too filled with action. But obviously, my character isn't gonna calm down because what the fuck? Like, action. So, turned it around and said, like, oh, so you're trying to tell me I should date a mafia boss or like a cop? They were like, maybe not a mafia boss, you know, it could just be like a normal, like a plumber or something. I'm like, okay. So basically, you're saying the cop. So now there's this other dude, not the mafia dude from earlier, because the previous guy that she was dating was like a crime lord, right? Now there's this new guy that's like a cop, pretty much. And it just like, it's so goofy playing it. I love it. It's so fun. And she's a cop, and she's learning to be a better cop, and I suck at being a cop, so she sucks at being a cop. Full sense plus aha, rozumiem ja. Odem. Torej, lahko je naša tajnica, mjavka tajnica. That you be. Gonna love you until you hate me. I'm gonna show you. But it's really crazy. You should've known better. Not to mess with me harder. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. Okay, one sec. I need to sneeze again. So the crime lord guy didn't try to get you to be a dirty cop first, just said bye. He knows that I wouldn't be a dirty cop, and he ordered a hit on me. He tried to kill me, which I am still salty about. Luckily, the people that were role-playing the kidnappers messed up, so even though they actually successfully killed me, I got my stuff back and everything because they messed up roleplay-wise. But yeah. The thing is, he thought I broke up with him when I told him I want to be a cop, even though I didn't even say we're breaking up. So he thought that was like reason enough to kill me. I'm like, okay, well then. That's a lot. Kill the healer was worth it. Percy, thank you for follow. Hello. I'm gonna kill the healer again. He just came back the same time as me, and I killed him again. Sucks to suck. I should have popped that before I was there. We have a Pog log and we're winning. Like, what the heck? He's literally on a ZVZ set. You're saying the healer is a bot. I don't think the healer is a bot. I think the healer is just getting melted constantly. There we go. We win. We win in 40 seconds. This one was just easy. Are we? Okay, now we die. That was goofy, but it was worth it. 20 seconds and we win. You act so innocent now, but you died so. Oh. The lyric says, but you lied so soon. I thought it was, but you died so soon. Oopsie. Oh my god, I had 7 kills. Oh my god, I carried, guys. I carried. 30k damage. That's 50% more than all of this other people, except for the fire guy. And then the dagger was doing a good job. I don't know. That was just good. Okay, I'm gonna be right back while I queue, because the queue is probably gonna take a few minutes. I'm gonna look if I have anything to eat. Okay, I'm back. And I got food. Zdaj nisi edina, ki se mora učiti voziti. A še ti se moraš učiti voziti, ali kaj? Kjer avto? Ej, jaz imam eno vprašanje. A veš, ko imajo eni tako osebne avte, ko so policijski avti? Ki jih ne moreš dati ven iz policijske garaže, ampak iz navadne garaže. Kva je to fora? Oziroma, kako ti dobiš več osebnih avtov v policijski garaži? Jaz drugače sicer še kar ne razumem, zakaj je bilo ono z graplerjem problem. A pa unika imajo recimo mijavka, ne? Ko mu je skrbinček dal policijski avto, kaj pa je to fora? Ok, ampak mijavko jih zdaj lahko uporablja, ne? Ali jih ne sme? Tam tisti avti niso v policijski garaži, so kukar v navadni garaži, a ne? Kako pa so v policijski garaži, če jih je on njemu dal iz svojega privatnega garaže? A veš, kaj te sprašujem? Sam vem, da so bili tudi policaji eni, ki so imeli policijske avte kot osebne avte. Ti povem bolj po domače. Jaz sem tudi prišla v posestvo enega od teh avtov, ki so osebni, ampak policijski. Pa me zdaj zanima, kaj lahko jaz s tem naredim, oziroma kaj moram narediti, da ga lahko furam. Ker je zdaj v moji garaži. Ampak je pa bil prej od policaja. Ima lučke, je označen, pač je policijski. A se ga kako dati v policijsko garažo? A mogoče veš? Ali ga mijavko tudi pač osebno pospravljenega iz parkinga ali kaj? Ne da? Ok. Yeah, this song is something else. No, manga, I haven't heard that parody yet. Just even though I'm my krumpirchka. I'm still eating my potatoes. I just want to eat something before I stream later. Okay, let's go. Looks like somebody was scratching your head there. No. I was just leaning lower because I was changing how I'm sitting. Okay, the healer is almost dead. Like 1 HP. I can't kill him. I'm dead. Oh well, that happened. I was trying to kill the guy so bad that I died myself. Sheesh. Oh, yeah, no, that's not what it was. Let me see if I can kill this guy. No! Fuck off! I hate whispering bow. That was so stupid. I literally averted the combo of the gloves and then the fucking whispering bow just one-tapped me. Time come around my London bridge wanna go down like the come around my London go down. Oh, misclick. Actually, that misclick might have been fine. They have so much damage, it's actually crazy. The whispering and the bolt, I think we'll lose this one. I'm very sure this one is an L. Let me take a selfie. They like literally have only exploding damage. I don't think they have one guy that doesn't deal crazy damage in their party. We killed the healer finally. We finally did a good rotation, but meh. You died, still durable. It's hard. Their comp is so crazy strong. It's wild. They have dagger, they have snipe crossbow, they have snipe whispering bow, and then they have gloves. It's like the biggest damage you can imagine. What the heck? Why was I not able to interrupt him with the fear? Interesting. I'm very sure this is just an L. Like, we don't have enough damage. We're 1 kill away from losing. 1 point now. They kept this and we lose. And it's over. I died so much. I kept getting sniped. Okay, guys. I'm gonna hop off now. Thank you so much for joining me today. We made like 10 million plus, which is pretty good, right? Good profit, I think. Mostly from our outposts. But I'll be live again tomorrow. I'm gonna go live on TikTok now. I'm gonna be playing GTA. So I'll catch you then. But I hope you guys have a fun time. And the video of the tier list that I did today should be out tomorrow. Hopefully. So I will see you. Actually, give me 1 second. I have to grab this. Be right back, be right back. But yeah. 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. I remembered one thing. I wanted to do this. I got myself an energy, right? Because I was gonna drink it later. But since you guys are still here, ASMR moment. There you go. That just exploded in my face, by the way. I opened it and the build-up, like, bubble air sprayed into my face. That was something. But yeah, okay. Now that we did that, I'm gonna be hopping off. Let's look for somebody to raid. I don't know if anybody's necessarily streaming that we know. Let's check. Oh, Maggie just came online. We'll just raid Maggie. But I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will see you again tomorrow. We're doing community games tomorrow also. So if you wanna, stop by, have some fun with that, feel free to do so. And I will see you again next time. Bye bye.